Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Blonde Sisters.
Some other misters.
Hey, I'm Jazara.
I'm Michelle MUA.
And we're back for episode 2. We have a lot to discuss.
Yes, we do. Because guess what?
What?
It is Black History Month.
Black History Month!
We're black 365 days, but these 29, because it's a leap year days, will be blackity black.
Blackity black. At least we get 29 days.
Yeah, this year we get 29.
Yeah. A lot can happen in one extra day.
Sure can.
We could change the world with our views and our random thoughts.
Random thoughts. And today we are sipping on the Blacka Colada.
Blacka Colada.
That's what we...
It's the Blacka Colada.
We made that up. It's the same thing we were drinking last week. But we just named it something cute.
Because we couldn't get enough of it, so. But next week, maybe we'll try something different, like some Douce.
Douce.
Maybe Douce.
I like Douce. We have to get some brandy sniffers for that. So we can
smell it in the air.
Smell it in the air.
All right, so what are we ranting about today?
Let's keep the theme going for Black History Month. I like it.
Blackity black.
Blackity black.
Okay, so Black History. Well, let's do something different because I know a lot of other people are probably going to be talking about what our great African American contributors to the culture have done. So today, let's talk about what we have done. How many of us have family members who were the first to do something, first to accomplish something? What about you?
My family's been pretty outrageous. I have a lot of firsts. My father integrated his high school in 1965. He graduated and received several awards, but he won't talk anything about that time of him being in school. I would imagine it had to be traumatizing. I can only imagine how difficult that could be. My great uncle was the first ambassador to Liberia, Samuel Westerfield. Hello.
We have someone that...
Security.
We need security on the set.
We need security on the set.
Well, we can't hire good folk.
We can't hire good people because our PA has what? Disappeared again.
He's always disappearing. Anyway, you were talking about your uncle. Oh my gosh. This is Cashmere. Welcome, Cashmere, to the show. Hey, Cash. All right, see you later.
Oh my gosh. All right, so
your uncle.
My great uncle was the first ambassador to Liberia, Samuel Westfield. He had some amazing moments in his life. And then my grandfather was one of the first black fire chiefs in Horry County, South Carolina.
Oh, that's good.
Which is why he made my father go to school and integrate the high school, even though none of his other siblings went. And he told him he was going to change history or else. And those are those days where the or else meant ... You fill in the blank of what or else meant? Yeah. So there's that. My grandfather on my mother's side was the first black police detective in the District of Columbia, Roland Valentine, which is where I get my middle name. Valentine. What about you, Kelly?
Well, I don't have as many great stories as you do.
Oh my goodness.
I will say my stepmother, she was the first African American deputy chief of police of the Metropolitan Police Department.
All right.
Joyce F. Leland, may she rest in peace. I will say that in my immediate family, I was the first to graduate from college.
That's huge.
Kudos to me, because I'm blackity black, educated, and sometimes petty too.
We always can have a little bit of petty.
Hey, I try to, appease my crowd.
So,
okay, keeping in line with the theme of Black history. So, and we're going to keep it with our family because, who doesn't love their family? What are some things that our families do that is, specific to our Black culture? I want, off the top of my head, can think, the grocery bags that we no longer have in the store now because now they're forcing you to purchase those paper bags, which, by the way, they're not even big enough to put all your groceries in.
No, they don't.
So I'm always trying to determine like how many do I need, because I never remember to take the tote bags that I purposely bought for this sole reason. But let me stay on focus. The plastic bags, how many of you collect them and use them for multiple purposes in your household? Like all the trash cans, like in the bathroom in your house. You said lunch bags?
Lunch bags.
Lunch bags. Yeah, trash bags, lunch bags, poop bags.
Definitely poop bags.
I take them, but I always find some in my pocket of my coats. When I take my dogs out for a walk, I always keep those in my pocket. What else? What else can you think of? Something that is specific to our Black culture.
Recycling the country crock containers and using them for spaghetti leftovers.
Or the butter container, and then you think it's butter inside, but
and
actually
it's leftover collard greens.
Or pancake mix.
Or whatever random thing my mama used to put in the refrigerator in that container.
Some gravy.
Gravy. My favorite is gravy because there is nothing else in the gravy. It's just gravy.
Else.
You have any go-whiffs.
What about dish liquid? Do you recycle that? Like add water to it when you see that it's starting to,
Always.
get low?
Always.
Do you buy yours from the dollar store or from any like grocery store?
My wonderful husband loves things in bulk. So
oh my gosh.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh no, can we talk about it really, really quick? Because that's my brother. I love him dearly. He bought the largest bag of rice I had ever seen. And that's going to be a different episode, because I want to talk about extreme preppers. And I think
But we can't be prepping because we always run out of water. So we'll have all the rice and no water to cook it. So we're going to do spit in the pot. I mean, come on.
Oh, that's disgusting. Okay, let's stay on topic. Because that's a whole nother episode.
What else?
You said the rice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What else do we do that... We have dogs when we're trying to record a podcast who forbids themselves from to be quiet while we're filming.
Can I just make note that we have not had one beep from a smoke detector in our video?
Oh, yes.
Not one?
That's one thing. Now, listen, I will admit that I just recently put new batteries in the smoke detector because they were beeping and intermittently, and you're on the phone having a conversation, and then you hit beep.
I'm that girl to be like, I'll wait for you to get the video. I'll let you get the battery.
The battery. Well, I really don't want to say that's only specific to our culture, but most of us.
I don't know why we do that.
I don't even. I think it's more of a priority. Like, oh, I'm gonna get to it, and you don't remember it until it actually chirps.
Well, it doesn't last long in my house because it'll drive me insane, and I cannot be bothered with that noise. And I will be like, "Hey, somebody get up there," because I'm only 5'3", and I think I am the shortest one in my house. And I'm like, "Somebody get up there and please change that." So,
what about light bulbs?
My husband again loves a trinket, and all the light bulbs in the house do some kind of something. They either turn colors or dim or look like smoke or something like that. And then he programs them where they only go to his phone. So when I go to flip the light switch, it blinks on and off incessantly, so I can't see anything. And I get pissed off, and I use my phone on my light, on the light on my phone to go in the closet or wherever I'm trying to look.
Okay, so that's more specific to your
that's
household.
to my house.
Your Black household.
My Black household.
Okay. I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now. If you all are watching and you want to comment, just drop it below. Let's see.
What about the prescription containers?
Oh my gosh.
My grandmother used to put hair grease and Vaseline and shea butter, and you never knew what was in the container. Or she would use the container and take something out of a bigger container and mix it all together. If we would go traveling, I went a lot with my grandmother out of town. She would put all her medications in one little pill box.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And
Now I bought one, for the 7 days of the week, and I will admit that I kind of forgot what pills and supplements were what, and so I threw everything out.
So she knew exactly what pill was what and how to take it, and so she dumped them all in one container and then went on with it.
One thing I do remember my grandfather used to do that is funny. Not really funny, but I always kind of wonder why his skin was so soft. But he used to take baths every morning in the Ivory soap powder. And I would think that would dry you out. I mean, Ivory smells good, but I never knew it to be a good moisturizing detergent. It was detergent. It wasn't like soap, like body soap. It was detergent that you wash your baby's clothes in.
So my grandmother had a container of cornstarch that she used to powder her body with. It was a beautiful glass container, crystal, and it had one of these fancy powder puffs. And every time I would come to her house, I would love to play with that. She would tell me not to play with it. And one day, I happened to come into the bathroom after Grandma was getting out of the shower, and I realized she took that little powder puff and put it betwixt her legs after, and I was devastated. Like, I'll never touch that again. So, there's that. So, she used to use the cornstarch.
Did she ever, do her neck?
She never did her neck.
In her chest. I used to hate when I would be outside playing and people would come outside
and they had
in
the powder
the
on their
summertime and all the powder would be on their neck and chest.
Yeah, no, my grandmother, God rest her soul, was the most bougie woman I've ever seen in my life. And if you ever went outside with a chipped fingernail or a piece of powder or anything of the sort, she would gather you all the way together before you walked any further. And I've observed her doing that to strangers in the street.
Oh, wow.
And she would pull them aside and say something in their ear, and then they would go in a corner, and she would check them out and then fix them up. And that's where I got the check on your sister from my grandmother. She'd say, if I'm walking down the street and I don't know, and someone doesn't tell me, I won't know. So we have to look out for each other. That is something that has stuck with me.
That's good. That's good. I think I would have liked your grandmother.
You would have adored her, and she would have loved you because her favorite lipstick color was red.
I think that this is off topic because I know we're talking about Black history and our family history. But red lipstick, I think that even on my dying bed, I'm going to be like, baby, hand me that.
So a lady is not ready unless she has on mascara, brows, and lipstick.
I'm gonna be like, I gotta look the part before I take my final breath.
Instantly dresses up your face. You can pop on lipstick, a little bit of mascara, and make sure you wash it. And then, you start with that. You look amazing when you've got yourself put together. And I think you feel better when you pop a little lipstick on, a little lip gloss. Especially if you're feeling kind of low. One of the things that I have learned in my not long life is when I'm not feeling great about myself or great about whatever's happening, you put your good clothes on, put your face on, do your hair, and then you look better, so then you'll end up feeling better. Mm-hmm. So, yes, I think that is a major thing. Red lipstick is amazing, especially on brown women. A lot of African-American women did not think that red lipstick was becoming, or it meant that you were a little bit streetish to wear it.
A little loose.
My grandmother wore lipstick. She was born in 1921, and in the 40s, my grandmother was wearing red lipstick with her pin curls and her high heels.
Right. I know that's right. That's how I'm gonna be.
Yes, and that's exactly how I'm gonna be. She dyed her hair black until she died, and every time she sweat in the summertime, she used that tint. And she'd have that, so I won't be doing that. This is why she goes blonde. So I learned from that. Yeah. My grandmother also never left the house without her lipstick and her eyebrows.
That's right. Oh, I remember one time I was taking my son to school, and the ride to the school was really far. It was probably a 35-minute, 40-minute ride. And I realized I did not put my eyebrows on, and I had to make a choice between being a responsible mother and taking him to get to school on time or doubling back to put my eyebrows on. And what was
your choice?
What do you think? You know me. What do you think I did?
You went back home and got your eyebrows.
I went back home. I can write a note and say why we late.
But we're not going to be late without the eyebrows. You know, every time I have run into somebody that I haven't seen in forever, I've always looked like homemade hell.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I specifically did that because I feel like maybe a month before that happened, I was in Walmart and I ran into somebody I went to high school with, and even though I didn't remember her name, like I remember her face, and we were talking, and I was, the whole time she was talking to me, I was like, I don't have my eyebrows on. I look crazy. I got sweatpants on. I don't do this sweatshirt, and I look crazy. But my eyebrows is what stood out to me. Like, I did not make time to put my eyebrows on. And now, in my head, she's going to go back and be like, I saw her and
she
ain't had no eyebrows on.
First of all, true story, and then we'll get back to the topic. True story. When I was about 19 years old, my mother was still living. My girlfriends and I had a routine. On Friday when we got paid, we all worked at CVS. On Friday when we got paid, we would go get our nails done, our feet done, our brows. It was before lashes got popular. And we would go out to the nightclub. My girlfriend was seeing a very old man, and he would let us into the 21 and older club. We were every bit of 19 years old, get us the wristbands, and we would be all over the place. And he would treat us to drinks and all that kind of jazz. So anyway, so we go to the nail shop, local nail shop, right there in Northwest DC. And we walk over. Nobody was driving. We walked over, got our feet done, our nails done. I got my brows done. My brows were looking snatched this particular time. I was like, my God, my brows look amazing.
They did it with a razor?
They did it with wax. Okay. And she was like, you know, you come here every week. Let me fill them in for you. Oh, okay, girl. So she filled my brow in. Best brows I ever had. We go to the club. We dancing. I'm like, oh, it's itching a little bit. So I'm scratching my eyebrow because, you know, I got eyebrows. Girl, that tip of my shit waxed my whole front eyebrow off. Whole front eyebrow off. I was hot in the fish grease. Oh my God. And after that, I was like, never again. And I never got my brows waxed. And that was part of the reason why I went to aesthetic school, so I can learn how to wax brows so I would not mess anybody else up. I never let another person touch my brows after that. For that very reason. Because I walked around looking like Whoopi Goldberg for the rest of the summer.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I don't want to lie. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Because I feel like sometimes somebody needs to put some eyebrows on her.
When she played Medgar Evers' mother, I think it was, or whatever movie that was, she was gorgeous. Whoopi is a beautiful woman, and at this point in her life, if she don't want no eyebrows, who am I telling? So, you know, hey, I think she's a beautiful woman, and we have grown to enjoy her without brows. Sure. But there was a time, you ever seen the pictures when they do the video of the celebrities that take the eyebrows off? They look absolutely crazy. Yeah, that's what I look like, but just on one side.
They remind me of that movie, the Coneheads. Do you remember?
Oh, I love the Coneheads.
But they didn't have, I don't remember them having eyebrows. That's what I always think of.
I don't know if they had, I think their eyebrows were high. Anyway, I call my husband a spousal unit from that movie. Yeah,
okay, so we
are all the way off topic.
Because we started with our family history.
And now we're talking about the Coneheads.
Now we talk about the Coneheads. But, I mean, this is us. Like, we be having like 50 million conversations going in one session. But, okay, so the rest of February, we have Valentine's Day coming up.
Yeah.
Are you and your husband / my brother, are y'all the type of couple that go all out for Valentine's Day? Me and my boo, we do not. We go out to eat, but it has never been like the biggest man-made holiday that we feel like we have to feel a whole lot of pressure to like one each other up, because we do it all day, every day.
Same with us. Every day is a good day. We always are expressing our love for each other and all that kind of jazz. It turns the kids' stomachs most days. However,
it turns my stomach when I see y'all acting out. But go ahead.
Whatever. So Valentine's Day is not a major big deal for me. Like, I never really in the two major relationships I've had in my life, I've never made Valentine's Day a big deal. My husband and the kids brought me Valentine's stuff one year when I was at work, and I thought it was extra sweet, and it was also extra everybody in my business, and I didn't know how I felt about it because I don't do public displays of affection. But I thought was really sweet. But we don't value one day or the other. Every day is a great day. Like we've been together for several years. We've only been married. We'll be a year married.
It's
the 23rd of March.
Next month.
So I'm excited about that. But we're everybody's like, y'all in the newlywed stage, but I'm like, it feels like same thing. My name changed. That was it.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's never been like we got to go all out.
Right.
We try to make sure we go all out every day, all day. But I know a lot of people, especially younger people, like 18, 19-year-olds, they be so like counting on having their boyfriend / girlfriend like show them all this public attention, and I really feel like that shouldn't be the focus. Of course, it's cute to get a little stuffed animal, get some candy or whatever, take you for a little dinner or whatever, but
I think we as a people have put too much emphasis, we as a people, as in humans of Americans, we've put too much emphasis in the public displays and not the emotion behind the thing. So, you know, are we actually giving a gift because we want that person to be happy? Or are we actually giving a gift because we want to make sure that we've claimed this person in the public and everybody sees that I'm lavishing on mine, or I want you to set this up so everybody can see that you lavish on me and they be jealous of me or whatever. Like, what is the actual goal? If you're trying to make that person happy, 9 out of 10, that happiness is not external. It's more of a, you know, spending time together. My husband and I enjoy spending time together. Like, it perplexes me that he wants to actually spend time with me, and even if I don't want to watch what he's watching, he's willing to watch what I'm watching so that we can do it together. And I, you know, until I got married to this man, I never even understood the concept of like being together. And we are together most of our days, most of the time, but at no time I'm like, you know, will you go somewhere? Like with the last relationship I was in. So, you know, I don't know whether that's like a thing, whether Valentine's Day and all those things are for the people actually getting it and giving it, or is it more for the public display of the, I want to put that on Instagram and show everybody, kind of like these lavish engagements. Like, is it about the person you're going to be engaged to, or is it about, you know, being out there? What do you think?
I agree. I think if it's between you and your spouse, like, it just needs to be between you and your spouse. It doesn't have to be a public display of affection. You don't have to take me to the most expensive restaurant on that one particular day. You don't have to show up and give me all this abundance of flowers and just to prove that you love me when you're showing me that every single day.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's cheesy sometimes, you know. Of course, I would feel, I'm one that I want to receive the attention, but I feel more joy in doing it for the other person. Mm-hmm. And so I think I would, you know, I talk a whole lot of shit sometimes, but I think I would be taken back, like, if you being so extra and like $5,000 worth of flowers. I'm like, we could have used that money for something else. You know?
I'm going to be looking at you sideways like, what you did.
Yeah, so I just, to acknowledge it, happy Valentine's Day. I mean, this is a made-up holiday to me, and you show me that every other day anyway. So I don't put too much pressure on him, and he doesn't expect that kind of pressure on me.
I don't actually know how to accept gifts and or compliments, period. So for me, like birthdays, any kind of gift-giving moment, it makes me feel weird. But I
want to receive the gifts. Don't take it.
Don't tell me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy getting the gifts, but for me, I rather enjoy someone thinking about me, making something for me, getting something because they know I will enjoy it. And I get more out of giving the gift, like watching the person enjoy me giving them whatever it is that they enjoy. Versus
now, if you show up with a basket of crab legs,
oh, we are very happy.
I'm gonna show you a good time.
If you show up with a dozen or so shucked oysters, you know.
Babe, if you bring the crab legs, I got you.
If you bring the seafood, everything but scallops, I'm good.
I can do scallops if they're
can eat them then.
If they're fried right, if they're like pan fried, they're good.
The only way I would eat a scallop is if it's in Seafood Newburgh. and I haven't had that in years. We used to get that all the time at the fancy like buffet style retirement dinners and that kind of thing. They have seafood in Newberry. I haven't seen that in a minute.
So, so we talked about Valentine's Day.
Yep.
We talked about Black History.
Yep.
So, you know, I always have a random thought.
Oh, God.
Okay. So, you know, I mentioned earlier about my brother being like an extreme prepper. So, I can't let this episode go without bringing this back up. Okay. In the event of a collapse of the world, are you prepared? Like, are you purchasing internet meat to stock up in your, you know, in your shed for that day? And let's talk about what internet meat is.
Yeah, because I don't know what the hell that is.
Meat that you order online.
Why am I ordering meat online when I go to the store?
That's because maybe, like you said, he likes buying in bulk, right? So he's buying the meat, he's buying the rice, and then
the meat he would buy would be like jerky, like that kind of thing. That's not gonna go bad.
He sent me a video, and it was like a meal in a can.
Why would he send that
like
to you?
This lady popped open the can,
I'm pretty
and
certain.
it was a whole cooked loaf of bread.
Kelly,
baked
Kelly.
loaf of bread. It looked disgusting, and it was a chicken. She pulled
The
out a
chicken out of the can.
Out of a can. It was already cooked, and they just stuffed it in this can, like pushed it down and sealed it. And when she opened it up, it, you know, like the Pillsbury dough can.
I'm not eating that.
But we're in the forest because
I would be eating nuts. And well, no, I won't be eating no nuts because I'll be dead. I'll be eating berries and give me some mushrooms so I can be high and not know that I'm starving to death. That's what I'll be interested in.
I'm saying we need to stock up.
My husband said
the meal in the can.
My husband said if we ever have a disaster, we would go to the coast and be able to fish for mussels, and he'd be willing to eat mussels.
Okay,
because
and then we're going to have to make sure we
just need a crab
pot. Our shelter is up high because we don't want the zombies coming out the water because they can't climb. So we got to make sure
the zombies don't go in the water; they float.
But I'm saying we gotta be up high. They're not gonna climb up the rock.
In the event of a zombie apocalypse, I'm telling you now, just give me a shotgun and a box of ammunition, and I will give you all time to run because I'm not running.
Listen.
Anywhere.
This is not going to be a mute topic. I mean, we're probably going to talk about this quite often because
she's obsessed.
because
she's obsessed with the end of the world.
He's made me obsessed because he sends me videos and he's like,
I guarantee you.
Listen, y'all. He came over and he was like, "Let's take the tent out. So I need to check your tent." So he opened the whole tent. He wanted to make sure there's no mold building up. So we put it down. So extreme prepping. So I'm going to keep talking to you all about it, okay? So thank you for tuning in to the Sisters.
From Other Misters.
Blonde Sisters,
the Blonde
that
Sisters.
is. From Other Misters.
And next time we talk, I promise you, this one's random thought will not be of doom and gloom.
I'm telling you, you got to think about it.
No more.